education at the Istanbul Technical University, Meteorology Department in 1979. After the graduation in 1983, I took an overseas education exam given by the Turkish government and went to the United States of America in 1984 for English language, master and decorate scholarship. After 5 months of English study, I received the Master of Science degree from Oregon State University, Department of Science Department. Right after the graduation, I went to Rutgers University, New Jersey, to work as a postdoctoral research fellow on air pollution and its impact on the environment and human health at the Department of Environmental Science and University of Medicine and Dentistry. He started working at the California Air Resources Board, that is the part of California Environmental Protection Agency located in the capital of California in 1998. My duty here is to analyze the meteorological and air quality observational data to characterize the elevated pollution events and study the underlying atmospheric conditions leading to the occurrence of the pollution events using a numerical meteorological model. Apart from my job duties at the California Air Resources Board, I try to contribute to the study social that I am living in with my technical knowledge in environmental science. As a part of that motivation and understanding, I taught an environmental science course at the University of California, Davis for 2 years. Also, I was president of the Natural Resources Commission that advised the Council of the City of Davis, municipally, to prevent any adverse effects of various environmental factors on the proper growth of the city and people's health, including building new buildings, collection and management of city waste, and impact of viral epidemic on the society. In addition, I mentor secondary and high school students attending a technical school called Science and Engineering School located in Sacramento to encourage and prepare them how to conduct scientific research in various scientific disciplines, include biology, mathematics engineering, astrology, meteorology, environmental science, and also just get their research projects in the end. In addition, I have been a science judge in city at statewide science competition that like place in Sacramento region for the last 19 years.
Now we are ready to receive toast.
First of all, well, can you hear me?
Yes, hear you.
All right. Earlier, just 30 seconds ago, the connection was not that great, so there was a lot of interruption, so that's why I'm asking whether my voice is coming through you steadily. Thank you for the opportunity to become part of your experience, and then I'm excited. I don't know what to say really, because I cannot quite see you, so there's no quite communication connection over here, but I'll do my best. As far as the format of this exchange of information, you set up the tone. If you want to ask a question and expect an answer, I'll be happy to do that. Other than that, you determine how we are going to do this communication. All right, I think you are trying to make up your mind as far as how we should continue with this. Let me start off then. Thank you for this opportunity that now I can talk to you, although I cannot see you, and I wish I could see every single student over there. I'm completely looking at a blank screen, and then So if we are going to talk another time, please set up the video conference so then I can see you and then understand you, and then that's a good experience for me as well.
Mr. Kemal, you can
yes.
continue, and also maybe our students ask some questions. We can do together. Is there any questions beginning with Mr. Kemal? Please.
Let me start. I think, as I am explaining my journey during my education and coming to the United States and so on, you might have an idea as far as what kind of questions and what questions you would like to ask. As you read my biography from the start of my, elementary, secondary, and high school education, and then after that university education, it was a big opportunity for me to come to the United States. At that time, my thesis advisor strongly advised me to take the exam. And then I said that I appreciate you thought about this, but I don't think I can pass that exam. And I still remember those days and those times as if I am living right now. So the reason I'm mentioning is this: you will get many opportunities in front of you as well. When that opportunity knocks on the door, all I can say that jump into it. Do not be afraid. In short, I took that exam, and then I was the third person in line to pass the exam, and suddenly a door opened in front of me to get a master's and PhD degree in evolution science. And then after that point, everything changed. I was looking forward to applying electrical institute in Turkey or Devlet Su İşleri, water works. But no, I didn't even get a chance to apply for a job over there. Instead, I immediately went to the United States right after graduation. You suddenly find yourself in a country that you barely speak English. Although I studied English in Middle East Technical University for about 5 months, it is nothing like you practice the language, and it's language where it's supposed to be. Right now you are studying English, it's awesome. I think you will understand, you understand each other. I hope you can understand what I am saying clearly, because although I have been here in the United States for a long time, I still have an accent. You may not be able to understand me fully, but I hope you do. But as you listen more and more these English-speaking conversations, you get used to hearing these voices, and then you grab all these words, and then you will understand English. And they told me that right now you are going through English study. That's a good step, and it will be a big part of your education. Nowadays, every nation is more or less using English as a number one language, although they have their own native language. So what you are doing over there, going through this education, is a very good step. And then I looked at your roster at the school. You have a wonderful, talented English teachers. With them, I'm sure you will get a wonderful English education. And then build on it. And then among yourselves, during your free times, of course you will naturally speak Turkish, but try not to speak Turkish as much as possible. Because when you go home, you will still speak Turkish with your parents, your friends. But at school, always speak English. And then that will be a big plus for you, because it will make your education come along faster and easier. So that's the beginning advice. And if if you allow me to say that, and that I can give you at this point. So I hope you accept this one kind of introduction, getting our feet wet, and then I am hoping that you have some questions to ask me. If you have, please don't hesitate. I had a physics professor at Istanbul Technical University. I still love him. Unfortunately, he passed on. He was saying that if there is no stupid question, so that in mind, do not hesitate to ask any questions. Don't think that my question is silly. Do not think that. Just ask. Because all these small little details in all these questions teach us more each time when we speak, and then we develop on those abilities. You know, what kind of questions we ask, how we should ask. That comes in time. So with that again, and then please go ahead and then ask any questions you might have.
Is there any
Mr.
question?
Kemal, you can also ask our students.
Is there
Okay,
any question?
again, I don't have the visual connection with you, so let me ask you, how many students are there right now?
90 students here.
Right now, in the, are you guys in like, you know, sports arena or no, yemekhane or no?
This is a conference salon.
Conference hall, okay.
Evet.
Right. Let me also tell you, I will tell you that, but I am at my home right now. We are 11 hours behind you, so it's like right now I'm looking at 10:34 at night, or in Turkish, or the Turkish zone time is 22:34. Our time is like 9:30 in the morning over there. So, in general, I am already in bed. Actually, my bedtime past 1 hour. But I am very happy to meet with you guys and then talk with you. As far as what to ask you, you guys are all first year or before the first year of middle school, right?
This is high school preparing class.
Is it high school or ortho
High school.
secondary?
High school.
High school, okay, all right. And then are you all boys or are there any girls?
15 is girls, 75 is boy.
I am very happy to hear that there are some girls, because we all need them. Here, I hope that you will get a chance to go to England, the United States.
There is some questions from our students.
I didn't understand the last part.
There is some questions our students from our students.
Okay, I'll be happy to receive it.
Hi, I've got a question, and first I want to say my name. I'm Shevval, and thank you for our communication. I'm so thankful to speak with you. First, I want to ask. We have got exams for tomorrow, and how can we improve our English day by day? And I want to ask it. Can you hear me? I'm not sure.
I didn't mean to interrupt. Yeah, if you haven't finished your questions, please continue.
Yes, I want to ask it. Can you hear me correctly?
I hear you. Your voice is coming from a background and from a long distance, but I understand you. You are speaking English well.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Did you finish your question? I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Yes. Do you want to? I can say it again. I say my question if you want to. If you didn't hear me.
Okay. Let me answer that question with my experience. When I first came to the United States, I was thinking that I'm going to, speak with everybody, and then they will understand. And then, because the reason that I was feeling that way, I studied English without speaking Turkish during the classroom, and as much as possible in between classroom with teachers and our friends and students. 5 months. So I have the confidence. As soon as I came to the United States, it turns out that that is really not the case at all. And then I didn't understand everything that I was told, and whatever that I was saying, people were understanding me, but partially. So practice is the key, as you probably know already. The building vocabulary is important. Only thing that I suggest you, if you have Turkish English dictionary, put it away. Do not use that at all. And then always use English dictionary. Because each time you look at the definition of a word in English, you will learn another word through that way. So that's one suggestion. Also, when now, because of thanks to Google, when you are reading an English article or anything about English, if you double click on a word, highlight it, and then with the right mouse button, you can search for the meaning of that word immediately. So that is a dictionary for you. If you always carry a small English dictionary with you and look at it. That will at the beginning, maybe about a couple of weeks. It might be a little difficult, but after that you will notice that your vocabulary will increase dramatically. The reason that I am emphasizing it is because without knowing the meaning of words, you cannot complete the sentence. So that's what I would suggest. Secondly, practice among your friends, your English. Yes, the sentences will be very simple first, but it will improve. You will notice that as immediately. So, but never think that your English will never improve. Right now, your English is already good. I can tell you. And then honestly, I am so happy to see that because you are at the beginning of your English language study at high school, and then you are already sounding great. It's awesome. So you are already a step ahead of me at that time when I was starting to learn English.
Hi, thanks for this conversation. My name is Kemal GÜRER. I want to ask a question. Which country do you prefer? United States of America or Turkey? And why?
That's good. Skype and WhatsApp together. It's awesome. Better. Great. Okay, it's good for me, but I'm surprised. Why don't you turn the lights on?
You can see our students.
No, I can see you, but no. If you turn the lights on, I can see you.
Salon ışıkları açılıyor.
I can see all of them.
So we can close the WhatsApp. If you want, we can continue together.
That's cool. That's fine. Absolutely. That's all right.
Okay. You can see our students from WhatsApp.
I always say that when you are communicating with somebody, always look in the eye of that person. So all of that to improve the connection. And I appreciate you. I think another student was asking a question, and then I did not get a chance to have a complete question.
Hi, I want to ask a question. Which country do you prefer? United States of America or Turkey? And why? Hi, first, thanks for this conversation, and my name is Kemal GÜRER. I want to ask a question. Which countries do you prefer? United States of America or Turkey, and why?
Okay, you want me to compare United States to Turkey in what regard?
In your opinion.
No, I understand. So you want me to compare the United States to Turkey, but in respect to what? The education?
In general.
Or
in general.
what's it?
In general.
In general. It's a very tough question. There are certain humanly good relations and then human values that Turkey provides to all its inhabitants, whether they're Turkish people, Syrian people, American people, whoever is there. That's a big, it gives you big satisfaction. It means that when you live in Turkey, you feel that you are a human being and you are valued. When you come to the United States, yes, you are recognized as a human being, but you are treated. I mean, don't get me wrong, I will explain this maybe a little bit better in a minute. But everything that you do is like a robot. Human values is nothing. If you make a tiny mistake, you will be discarded. If you commit any crime, you will be immediately prosecuted, whether it's a small thing or big thing. If you make any mistake during your job performance, when you are working in a company, or when you are a student in a university, you will be punished severely. Maybe I might be sounding too harsh, but when you get a chance to go abroad, whether United States or other countries, you will notice this. Because not only me, but just about every single student that I met who came from Turkey faced the same issue. So what you have to do is that unfortunately you have to be strong. You immediately start getting at things again. It means that small things should not bother you, and then but you try to be strong. And then, because that's the only way that you can survive. Because it's a competitive environment. So for that regard, United States, when you go to the United States, you have to give your best performance. I'm not sure if this is the case in England or in other country, but I believe more or less this is the case. Now, when I say you give your best performance, that's true for everywhere, even in Turkey too. But in human values, when it comes to human values, valuations, when you make a mistake, in Turkey, they people accept it. They say that no problem, let's work around it, let's get along, and then let's learn it together. In the United States, that's not the case. You have to learn it yourself. You have to do it yourself because that's your job. You are expected to perform, and then people demand that. And then if that does not work, then you might be leaving your school, you might be leaving your job, and then if you can even a kind of small crime, you might be immediately prosecuted. So those are the things that hurt, because we are blood and flesh, and then of course we have all like electrical terms, which is like psychological impact. That's what I mean. And we cannot change those things. So it's kind of difficult to live in this kind of environment. I might be sounding too pessimistic, but if you live here long enough, you will immediately see this. I have been in the United States for 36 years, and then in time, you get used to this, but the loving attention that you get in Turkey, whether from your friends, your relatives, or people just walk on the street, is there. Now, there are bad things that happen in Turkey too. So, maybe this conversation may not be a part of the school education environment, but eventually you will move on, whether you will be continuing your education in Turkey or abroad in another country, you will eventually face these realities. So I hope you can understand me. I don't need to be too harsh for the United States. All I am saying is that you are expected to perform at the level that you are, whether you are a student, you have to be at your best in education. If you are doing a job, let's say that you are a lawyer, you have to do your best, whether to defend the company or defend the person that you are representing. In that regard, it's important. On the street, if your police stops you, if you make a motion or even say something bad, police can immediately pull his or her gun, can shoot you. Yeah, it might be to sound too critical, but it is. It is really in fact that's the case. If you face a policeman and then just a motion like, I'm going to shoot you, you will immediately see the police draws his gun or her gun and then be ready to shoot. So human values are not there. As a result, sometimes you feel like it's a beautiful country, education level is good, and money is good. Maybe you are, as long as you make good money, you are living a good life. But when human values are not there, you are alone. So for that respect, you need to know the value that Turkey gives you. That is very important. Yes, we have our own mistakes, we have our deficiencies in Turkey too. Every nation has. But unfortunately, there are certain things that Turkey provides that other nations cannot provide, and then they are really good values. Economically, unfortunately, Turkey is not in a good situation right now. It's really hurting. I hope it will improve in time, but that can only happen if, as an individual, we do our best to do whatever we do best.
Thank you.
So,
Will you ask the question?
let me tell you one more important point. I can always find subject, not always, but most of them I can find subject to tell you. But that is really not an interaction with an audience, just in this case you. So you need to ask a question. As I said earlier, don't think that whatever that you are thinking to ask me a question may be a stupid one. Don't think that way at all. There is no stupid question at all. And also, this way, it will improve your English. And then you will understand me, you will get the courage, you will increase your courage to be able to talk to other people and then basically speak in public. So don't hesitate to ask questions. It doesn't matter, just shoot.
First, my full name is Yavuzaka. I ask your question. Could you tell us about your academic experience in abroad and what should we do in abroad?
Okay, since I didn't hear your voice properly, you are asking my academic career, or would you please repeat that? That's fine.
Could you tell us about your academic experience in abroad and what should we do?
Okay. If you are planning to go abroad, when I say abroad, obviously, overseas, United States, England, Finland, Belgium, Germany. The reason I specifically mention those countries, those are the countries that most of the time students from Turkey go to. I think Poland is another country, but these countries are the ones that people typically prefer. Since I have been in the United States, I will tell you my academic experience in the United States. As you read from my biography, after I finished my college, I immediately went to the United States. So I did not have any working experience, whether in academic, like doing a master's or PhD, or just a research assistant at some university or another university. But immediately came here and then started and continued studying my licence or the master's and then basic graduate study. My Turkish government sent me here to get my master's and PhD in air pollution science. Basically, this distribution of air pollutants, which is, especially in the United States, is very, very important. Unfortunately, Turkey does not give that value to air pollution in Turkey, and then, unfortunately, as a result, the hospital visits of people increase dramatically. Asthma and other respiratory illnesses are really high in Turkey. In the United States, it used to be the high, but decreased. Let me go back to my academic career. So when I first came to the United States, I enrolled in English language academic school, and then I attended that school about 5 months. Since we were 4 Turkish students, and then during the studies, during school time, we were always obviously speaking English, but as soon as we get away from school, we were speaking Turkish. However, I had quite a few American friends that helped me to improve my English. After 5 months of my language study, which whether you study some English in Turkey or not, you will still need to study some English abroad. Doesn't matter which country. Because only then you will be able to make a good, effective communication in English. And then obviously, I'm assuming that you will go overseas for after getting your bachelor's or license education in Turkish. When you're trying to get a license or bachelor's degree, things are a little bit different. And but graduate study is the key. So I would recommend that you get your degree, bachelor's degree or license in Turkish, so you can understand it better. In Turkey, because education in Istanbul Technical University, Boğaziçi, Middle East Technical University, Yıldız Technical University, and then a few others are extremely good. Bachelor's education here is okay, but the way that we give emphasis in like Istanbul Technical University and other universities, like technical universities, are really good. Unfortunately, ranking among all other colleges in the world, Turkish universities are not at the level that we would like to see. They're bottom, but partially this is because of political reasons. And then nobody can prove that Istanbul University or Boğaziçi University is less valuable than universities in Saudi Arabia. There are 4 Saudi Arabia universities that are ranked high, and then unfortunately are very good valued schools, colleges or universities in Turkey are not at their level. So I don't believe in this. Regardless, let me go back to this again, the subject that I started for. So once you, in order to get a master's or PhD degree overseas, especially for the United States, there are, depending on which subject you study, you need to take a graduate exam. Obviously, you need to take an English language exam, and you can take this English language exam in Turkey before you come to the United States. If you get a high score, that exam is called TOEFL. You will learn in due time, and then you are automatically, partially, I should say, accepted or past that level of the language. What can I say? Language level. So, otherwise, if you don't have enough score, they will not even consider your application. But if you get a good English score, TOEFL score, they will immediately put you in the eligible list. And then but after that, you need to prove them that you have a good science education, and that exam, depending on the subject matter, can have a different name, but it's called, for science, it's GRE, Graduate Record Exam. Then if you need to get a good study, if you study your bachelor's education really well, give yourself a good and then work real hard. You will get a good score. I don't have any problem. And then all the students that came to the United States with my group, we did not have any issues getting good GRE scores. So that helped us a lot. Although you are in high school right now, what I would recommend is that when you learn a subject matter, okay, I am breaking, and each time something comes moment, I'm telling you, because these are very critical, because you will immediately see this. When you finish a course, let's say 1 hour, and then let's say during the day, let's say that there were 5 hours of course. When you go home, you will feel tired. I understand that. But as soon as you just relax with it, immediately repeat whatever that you studied during the day, either 5 courses, as much as you can. Because only then you will be able to understand, wow, this is what I learned. When you follow the instructions that teacher gives, and then you take notes and then everything is fine, you seek to understand. But your brain does not quite register until you repeat what you learned in class. So I would recommend that every single day, after the class, when you come home, repeat what you learned. If there are some questions, make up exams or questions that you can solve, do that. And that will really help. So I just want to say this immediately, because this is during your education, whether it's high school, college, or master's or PhD, this is going to be very important. Otherwise, if you postpone learning what you learn in class to weekend, it doesn't work. You will forget. Although you have wonderful notes, it will not help you as much as what I recommend. Just study right after the class when you come home. Repeat what you said. Plus, your brain will adopt that. After a while, you will not get bored. And unfortunately, it's a tendency in Turkish culture to take everything as easy. And that is part of, that also affects our learning ability a little bit too. After now going back to the graduate study abroad, after you take enough GRE score, you will be able to understand me better. Always look for a professor who teaches the subject matter that you will like first. Once you choose your advisor, basically, and then school that you want to go and you want to attend, and then get this score, and then you are accepted, study hard. In math, and I can only speak for meteorology. Every school in the United States which gives master's and PhD exams have very tough meteorological exams. Means that yeterlilik exam or qualification exam. Qualification exams in master's was 2 full days, 8 hours each day. In PhD was 3 full days. Why they are taking tough? Because meteorology is very important in the United States, especially for military. As you can, I hate to say this, but for war times, especially during war times or anything, meteorology is one of the critical components for military commanders to take a decision whether should we go ahead or not. Only reason I brought this up is for the value of meteorology, which is extremely important in the United States. This is also true for the ECM, the European Meteorological Center in England and other nations like Norway and Finland. They are too. So, bottom line is this, as far as my academic career, I passed through all these stages. It took a while. And then because my master's program took 2.5 years, my PhD took 5 years. Some of them, I have not seen any single student who graduated less than 4 years. 5 years is the norm, or normal time frame. There are some students who lasted about 10 years, but they were also teaching courses. And then those teaching assignments are typically given to Americans. We were just research assistants. We do projects, all these things. But 5 years is really good time. So 5 years over there, 2.5 years over there, almost half a year over there, plus in between transition from one school to another. If you do master's and PhD in one school, that 5 years plus 2.5 years can be reduced to, like, say, 6 years. It could be even 5 years. Now, there are really wizard, good, smart kids who finish, get the PhD degrees in about a few years. But they are really exception. I'm just a normal student. I just work hard. But my IQ is just around, maybe around 100. But what I get is that what I do good because I learned from the best. And then it was tough times, but I learned, and then I got today good training. As a result, I reflect that in my current career. I am a staff air pollution specialist, and then in my medical modeling area, I am the go-to person. Is that if there's a question, agency-wide, which in my agency there is about 1,500 people who work only on air pollution, nothing else, just treatment. About 500 of these people who work at the agency that I work at is like secretaries, IT support person, financial or economic department, finance department, lawyers. About 500 of them. The rest, about 1,000 people, are about 30% PhDs, about 20%, maybe 25% masters, and the rest are bachelor's degree. And they all got their education from either geology, environmental science, or similar subjects. So this is very important. If you decide to pursue a meteorology degree, you have a good chance of getting a good job in any overseas education. I hope in due time, this will also be the case in Turkey too. But the reason I'm saying all these things is that do not get discouraged for unavailable of jobs in meteorology in Turkey. In due time, it will improve. I believe in that. However, in order to improve your education and then learn the best that you can be, you need to go overseas because they provide additional educational incentives that Turkey does not give. So basically, if you go to multiple countries, learn from each, your expertise in that specific field will improve. Try not to learn multiple things at the same time. You just focus on one particular subject and be good at it. And then you will be sought after with that particular subject. And then you will always be the very, very valuable person in any company that you work at, whether in Turkey or overseas. After I got my PhD, I worked about 4 years as a postdoctoral associate. Means that I did the research, but I earned money. But when you are in postdoctoral study, unfortunately, your salary is not that high. So I had to look for a really good paying salary. And with the company that pays better, I was going to stay at Rutgers University. I was doing my research, and then on my position of in United States, I don't know about the other company. In the United States, if you are starting from scratch as an assistant professor or as an assistant professor, you need to provide your own money. The university provides you salary about a couple of years. After that, if you don't provide your own money, they let you go. They cancel your position. I provided my own money and then really good subject matter from the Army, United States Army. But then, $300,000 of 2 separate projects. But then I decided not to stay there, but came to this company that I work at, which is California Resource Board. Again, there are about 1,500 people working, because each time that I go to the library, did research, I was always coming across with California Resource Board. I was saying, what company is this? Why there are so many research studies? Because each time that you register your car for small emissions, you pay some money. Some portion of this money goes to the California Resources Board to do research in air pollution. that money is used to support research in different subjects. Every single engine, very small, tiny, small motor that uses gasoline to have big trucks, like construction vehicles, like the trucks are putting dams, large dams. We test. We just make sure that the emissions coming out from all these small or large engines are in acceptable levels. We also found the safety that the company did, but let me not go into this. Maybe but it's our main subject. So bottom line is this: when you decide to take the next step after your college education, decide to go to another country, do your best, study hard. But until we come to that point, in high school and in college degree, study all the classes, that whatever that you learn on time, without losing income.
First of all, I just want to say that I'm really thankful for this opportunity to be able to talk to you. My name is Aldeniz Murtaza. I'm from the Prep D class. And my question to you is, how did you have the confidence to go to America with little to no English? Thank you.
Thank you for asking that question. I had started answering that without getting a question, how I started on my career. My thesis advisor in college, I love him, I understand, and I hope when I come to Turkey again, I'll visit him and then I'll kiss his hands. He encouraged me to take that overseas education exam. I told him, I cannot pass it exam because I learned that it's hard. He said, no, I want you to take it. I repeated it. I said, Professor, I cannot pass the exam. I know it's hard. No, I want you to take it. And then, sure enough, he gave me confidence. He encouraged me to take the exam, and I did. And then I passed the exam, and I was surprised myself too. And then exam was about, I believe, 3.5 hours. And then I can't believe maybe about 50 people in the house took the exam, and only 10 people were accepted. And then so I was the third person in line who passed the exam. So I was surprised. And then, but regardless, I think 6 or 7 people came to the United States and 3 people went to England. And that's at that time, the option of which country we go to was given to us. And then I don't know how I ended up in the United States, but somehow I think my teacher or my professor influenced me that I should go to the United States. It's been 36 years ago. I forget all these small details, but that's how I did it. But the bottom line is this: I didn't have the confidence to myself, but yet my professor, thesis or professor or thesis advisor encouraged me to take the exam. That's how I ended up in the United States.
Mr. Kemal, thank you very much for your conversation, your presentation, your advisors, everything. I hope in future we can connect with you again. It is very important for our students, our futures, collaborations. I know you are supervisor, scientific colleague also there. You also advise us some your information in future also. Okay, thank you very much.
With your permission, please allow me to make this comment. In the United States, every urology department, I'm speaking specifically graduate students, but I also know the case for undergraduate students or bachelor's degree students as well. The male-female student distribution is about 40% depending on where it is too, but 40% female, 6% male. In some cases, this is the other way. In Turkey, unfortunately, this ratio is small. So what I can say to these female students at high school, you might see sometimes yourself that you might think that you are undervalued. Do not think that way at all. Female students are very critical because the way that females think, there are certain things that males cannot think. I am telling you this because based on 36 years of experience talking with all different people, whether at school, in other companies, private companies, conferences, you name it. As a result, if you want to study, let's say meteorology, or whatever subject that you choose, any technical field, but I would say that just one general term, science, continue with what your heart desires. If you want to become an engineer, electrical engineer, go for it. If you want to become a meteorological engineer, go for it. If you want to be in other scientific field or technical field, do not feel that you cannot do it. You can do it. The reason I'm not telling this to male students, they typically, unfortunately, even our society encourages them to do, hey, you can do it. And then unfortunately, we don't give enough value to our female students. That should not be the case. Male and female, regardless of what their race, religion, shape, appearance is, we should not segregate one group of people from the other. They are all together. When you come to the United States specifically, you will not see any differentiation. You are male, you are female. Only thing that they look at you, whether you know that particular subject, whether you are good at it. And then female students, in certain subjects, excel above male students. So I could always tell that female students that don't get discouraged. Study the best you can, and then I encourage, and then actually I applaud you, I congratulate you that you chose to become to get your education in science fiction area. Continue on whatever your heart says, and then I encourage you to do your best. And then thank you for the opportunity given me, and then I hope I was able to inspire you a little bit. And then again, in the future, if you would like to become a host again and become talk to you again, I'll be very happy to do that.
Thank you for your time and sharing your knowledge with us, Dr. Gürer. I would like to present one of our English teachers, Tuğçe Kılıç, the certificate of the tree we planted in the name of you.
When I hope in the future actually I can physically come over there and then we can chat in a larger audience, so I can see you, I can talk to you in person, one-on-one, and as well as a whole group. Hopefully we'll be able to chat with them. So again, thank you very much for staying for us, providing this opportunity for me to become one of those. All right, okay. Have a good day, and then best wishes. All right, yeah.
Evet arkadaşlar, şimdi 10 dakika ondan sonra dersinize devam edebilirsiniz. Diğer nöbetçi, diğer okuldan gelen geziye gelen arkadaşlarımızla